commentary for the Formula Junior Bahrain Grand Prix presented to you by Toby and Kai. So yeah, welcome. First round of a new season of Formula Junior. Once again we are at the Bahrain International Circuit, the second race out of 3 this week on this circuit. Formula Rookie gave us a lot of action, a lot of intense racing. Formula Junior is out to do the same, but there's a twist. Last season we had the feature and sprint race format. This season we don't have that. It's just one race that's about or over 30 minutes long, and it has pit stops. Strategy will play a huge role in here, and obviously we have a lot of racing. So yeah, with all that done, let's get to the grid. And on pole position we have Justin Tanneman, the New Zealand driver, putting on pole position for Speedway Racing. P2 is Giovanni Piccola Mirandola putting it in P2 for Rocket Grand Prix powered by Stefan Grand Prix. Then the rest of it we have Schnellmann, Valiak, Ragano, Harvey, Moniu, Tommaso, Misery, Lindberg, Kraus, Veit, Kuratko, Ragano, Regis, Schäfer, Edwards, Bishop, Rakus, Müller, Fredriksson, Whittaker, D'Acampo, Takashiro, Aguirre and Granville, who hasn't set a lap time because his car broke down, and he rounds off the grid. With all that done...
do you know what the failure was, actually?
Not really, Toby. They didn't specify it.
It's not been released yet, has it?
I don't think Dams want to do that. Anyways, here we go, 5 red lights. And here we go, a new season of Formula Junior begins. It's a pretty good start from Tanneman. A pretty poor start from Giovanni Piccola Mirandola, because Jakob Schnellmann already jumps him.
Oh.
And look at...
Yeah, anyway, Pico's past them.
Piccola side by side right there, trying to come back at Schnellmann, and he does so. Good start from the Italian driver. Then we have Harvey jumping in the P4, dropping Eva Valiak down to P5. As I cannot speak, I'm having a stroke here. Tommaso side by side with Lindberg, and his teammate Montague side by side with Misery right in the background.
Ooh, Lindberg falling behind quickly.
Now Misery sends it into the yes, it's side by side. This is a very risky place. Oh, and there's a wing off, and that is a wing off Markus Kraus, Maxim Kraus's Coca-Cola Black Arden International. That's oh boy.
Isn't that a failed drink?
Yeah, shush. It's a good livery, shush.
Yeah. So they have to...
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It just goes into Vit's rear.
It's his fault. It's his fault there.
It really is his fault. And now
anyway,
Kraus is going to be a moving chicane.
Kuratko's trying to go past him.
Yeah. Look at the exit though that Kuratko got. Look how...
Kuratko's got... Will he get 3?
Not really. I mean, he's probably going to send it on to Ragano coming into the section of SSC. Yes, he does. That's a bit of an argy-bargy there. Side by side, pushes Ragano a bit onto the curb and gets the position on. Up into P12 goes the Serbian driver.
We're currently on with Müller.
Müller as Rakus and Edwards both sending moves onto Kraus. Kraus is literally a moving chicane.
Yeah, Rakus and Edwards going for a bit of a drag race here.
One of the youngest drivers on the grid.
Who? Edwards?
No, Raku, 16 years old.
That's really young. No, and he's passed.
Well, not really. He's still side by side with him. The delta doesn't show that he's passed, as Kraus dives into the pit lane.
But we're not surprised for that one.
Meanwhile, Tommaso's sending it onto Ragano and Valiak. That's pretty much a double overtake as Harvey is there. He's going to use the same move Mirandola used to defend from Takashiro to overtake the Italian driver, and now he's on the hunt for Justin Tanneman.
Okay, so who's it? But let's think. Ooh, Tommaso.
Yeah, Tommaso.
Schnellmann.
Schnellmann, yeah. Tommaso really showing his pace. Didn't have the best season in the F1. Now he's trying to rebuild his reputation in a way. As Lindberg, the only Swedish driver on the grid, trying to get past...
Pico has had an awful start to the race. He's quite low down.
I mean, not really.
I mean, they've lost one position, but still not the best of starts.
Here's Veit having a bit of a poor exit there. Misery sends it on the outside there. Gets the position back, coming into the hairpin now.
Yeah, he forced him to do it wide.
Oh
there.
boy.
He lost a bit of position.
Rode the rear wheel to make a move. That's a classy move there. There's now Ragano sending it back onto Kuratko and possibly Veit. And hello, James. If that is you, and that's oh no. What happened there?
Anyway, ooh,
That is some damage for Theron Regis. What happened there?
ooh, that's
That's a massive hit onto the back of Sheffer. That is
How much
silly.
has he lost of his car?
He lost the cover of the brakes, I believe, as you can see.
Yeah, that's huge damage. Will
And
he
the
have to
whole-
retire because of that?
I don't know. I mean, he's coming into pits. This is fixable. They won't put the cover on, but they definitely can fix the wing.
That's gonna be huge.
Raku
He's
side
lost
by
his right-
side with Jamie Fredrickson. Not
We
the
didn't
only.
get that in yesterday's race, though. That's the thing. We didn't get this huge damage. There was not much damage. There's just failures in
Yeah,
engines.
because I suppose Formula Rookie drivers know how to drive better than the Formula Junior grid.
Hello everyone, Oversleeping Boy here.
Yeah, hello James. Oh boy, this is
Hello,
a
James.
free commentator box now. Oh boy,
Yeah.
you have missed the first 3 laps. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Will,
Harvey now and Tanneman.
Nah, he's not gonna go for it.
Isabel Harvey had
I mean,
she had a good season in IndyCar, so see her prosper in this is quite nice.
Yeah.
As oh god, as you said, Mirandola is dropping. You're actually correct there. Mirandola dropping from 2nd to 8th now. This is not a good start for the Italian driver. Uragano there cheekily behind Misery. As Montague is losing positions. But Bishop had it. Oh gee, Bishop. Yeah, that happens.
Right, I still need to somewhat wake up, but I'll give it my best shot here.
Yeah. Karaka
I've
now on
never really-
Regano, trying to get into P11, trying to get points basically.
Well, with the race here yesterday, we did see a lot of overtakes coming into the next corner here, and there you go, Regano gets past on the inside.
Mirandola trying to defend from Misery, overtaking him, but doesn't work out, and now he's down to P10 from P2, sorry.
That's not how to overtake through there, because that's getting too slow on the inside. Then
Tommaso,
just loses
oh my god!
It's a lunge and a half, but turn 10 is difficult because if you go too slowly, you will not get sufficient speed to get a good exit. You'll get a lot of wheel spin, and the guy around the outside is going to just go right past you. That's exactly what Ben Misery did to Mirandola.
Yep, and now Harvey, Valiak and Tanneman battling for the lead. This is not what you would have said in Season 1, I don't think.
So this is now turned into a 3-way fight for the lead.
yeah.
Yeah.
A bit
Betterton,
like yesterday's race.
yeah, I mean, but to be fair, Betterton, they have two
here we
good
go.
teams in both of the junior
Yeah.
series. And now
Comes
Harvey,
Harvey up alongside Tanneman, legs
Valiant
on the
brakes
brakes
on the
coming into
curb.
turn one.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
clean, good overtake by Isabel
Makes it
Harvey.
look very easy as they now fly through turn 3 and 4. Sorry, up towards turn 4, and we have the two cars here of it is Vit and I think Raku. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Both
Done
the
with I
silence.
think it's turn 4. Vit just
Nico
behind.
Dallas has an awful start though. Like,
Yeah, Mirandola, I think he literally had a start like Yaya Tunde yesterday, dropping
Yeah,
down
Tunde
from
dropping-
2nd to 11th now, outside of the points.
And eventually
Velman
down.
seems to have just calmed
Yeah.
down and losing positions.
Yeah, I mean, at the
Tunde
moment...
eventually went down to 18th though, so we'll see if that
but
happens.
speaking of Mirandola, there he is, sending it
Here
over
we
his
go,
Polish
he's on the
teammate.
inside. He's going to be able to make sure he doesn't go too slowly, and he gets the position.
Meanwhile,
on
David
his
Granville
teammate.
hasn't set up time yet, and he's already up into P18.
What a start
He-
from the man.
Yeah, he started
Oh,
last
he's
from the
he's
grid.
alongside Albert Rakus here, which will be for 17th if he can pull that one off. Coming into turn 11, no, he's
For
18th. Quite sensibly. No,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for 18th, my bad.
Meanwhile, wait, look at this,
Um,
Valiak, what happened here?
Because
Valiak
Valiak has taken the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
My question is,
with a
yeah,
nice move at turn 10. Well, Tanneman's
But my
dropped
question
off.
is, what happened to Tanneman?
That's
Tanneman's
the
just been going
question.
very slowly. Now here comes Lindbergh in the
Oh,
Benetton. Yeah,
oh,
going for the inside.
yeah.
Finding
Good
the
move.
inside. And Tanneman just
Really
not
nice
closing
move
the
there.
door.
A late move from Camilla Lindbergh, and it's a 2-3 for Benetton. Which
And
reminds
now
me
must-
of what happened in Formula Rookie, where also both of the Benettons were...
Exactly. And now
on
Massimiliano
podium.
Tommaso's right on the back of Tanneman, coming onto the straight with Regano in there as well.
So Tanneman has his teammate now accompanying him, which is quite
Yeah,
interesting.
Regano. Regano will be one, but no silly 3 wide moves because there's always the potential.
And there's Lindbergh onto her teammate.
Speaking of teammates, here come 2 Benettons into turn 1. Lindbergh's on the inside of Isabel Harvey and breaks
Clean
later.
move.
Gets the inside line. And
Tommaso
that's,
overtakes
Tommaso on the
Tanneman.
inside. Tommaso gets himself up into 5th place.
Never mind, no he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No, he's been repassed by Tanneman. So that
Tanneman
didn't work
gets
out.
back at him.
First unsuccessful move in the turn 1 we've seen all race. And now Tommaso, well, Regano's having a go at Tommaso here.
Regano.
And Tanneman. He's got both
Jesus,
of them.
what a move!
Regano isn't playing around in here.
Has managed to get into 4th place and now only has 1 more place to go before he's on the podium. After that's an impressive overtake.
I mean, Regano, he was impressive in IndyCar, really. So you would expect some of that Regano show in here today. I mean,
Well, now
all fit.
Tommaso now has a
Understand.
huge train of cars behind him and he's still stuck behind the same car. So
Speaking
he's
of
really gonna
Regano,
get advanced.
there is
Vitt is
Mattia
holding up the
Regano.
field.
Ooh,
There's
and
Mattia
that
Regano.
was very slow from Vitt going into the corner, holding everybody up, and Regano said, "I'll take the inside line." But now he's even compromised on exit. He might not even get 1 place here. If it depends how
Oh,
late he
that's
breaks.
contact there. That's a bit of a
That
punt.
was a lot of contact. Very lucky to have a front wing on, and now here comes
Super
Takashiro.
Katashiro started 24th. He's already up into P13, about to drop to... Oh, dear.
Oh,
Never
He's got a
mind.
car on this inside. I'll be down to 15th if he
No.
can't hold that one on from Edwards.
Yeah,
And
but he has
Edwards
slipstream now,
to
which to his advantage on the straight now.
Well, Edwards also has the slipstream from the car in front, and now he's under pressure from McChauffeur. So I don't think this is going to be very. It's not very likely Takashiro's going to come out on top here.
It's still
yeah.
Takashiro though, having a pretty good race start, and look at his train.
Yeah.
Look at the train for P2. It all got tightened, as Regano has passed Isabel Harvey. So just as you
And
said,
now he's on
he
the back of
is-
the other Benetton. Here comes
Yeah.
Regano. He's on an absolute charge here.
But
Is he
look
gonna
at
go for it?
Tommaso
No.
and Schnellmann,
Tommaso-
look at this.
Great.
Tommaso
And
trying
Misery.
almost 3 wide on exit. Tommaso's wide though, and now back here comes the Benetton. But he wants to get the place back. No, starts in behind. Now we
Schnellmann has
have
overtaken Tanneman.
Schnellmann's got to pass Tanneman, yes, and is sizing up the Benetton. Who's also sizing up Tommaso's.
Schnellmann on the outside
Moving
of
to the
Harvey, is he
inside.
going to get it? Yes he does, he nearly gets the position. He gets the position on the outside.
Schnellmann
What
gets
a
a better
move.
speed, and now round the outside, coming into sector 2, is up into 5th place.
Will he try it on Tommaso?
Yes he does.
Lovely
He will.
overtake.
And he gets it. What a move from
Great
Schnellmann.
driving.
He's on an absolute charge on just this 1 lap. He's managed to gain, I think, what, 3-4 places in the space
And look
of a
at
lap.
Tanneman
As
on the
now
outside.
Tanneman, it's round the
Tanneman's
outside of
going
turn
around the
10.
outside. He's got it round the outside. That's a fantastic overtake round the outside of turn 10. Again, holding Tommaso, bottling him up on the inside of the corner, not letting him get sufficient traction, and getting past.
Regano.
Very impressive.
Meanwhile,
Tanneman.
Karatko tries to send it there, not going to work. Misery on his outside. Misery's going to get the advantage.
Well, he's just got held up by
line.
the car in front. The Benetton in front just held Karatko up on the inside line. Is of
Meanwhile,
Harvey.
there is Vitt
No.
sending it onto Misery, setting him in a bit of a loss of traction there. Thing is, this pack is going so slow that the 2 people have crashed earlier, which I believe, Regis and Kraus. They're catching. Oh no, that's
a rear
Miller.
wing gone on Mary Miller's car. That's a rear wing gone. That's the first one to see
How
the
did
race.
Miller lose that?
Let's have a look. Let's
Oh
have a look
boy.
at this.
Oh wait, that's such a. What happened here?
Oh, it's coming into sector 2. So hang on. Runs wide and then going to a massive punt from Whittaker behind.
So basically,
Whittaker's lost his front wing.
loses traction there, tries to control it in. That's a
Well, just
racing
too much.
incident,
Well,
I'd
just
say.
too much speed coming into the corner, going
That's-
wide.
That was stupid of Miller. You should have. You
I
should
mean,
have gone wide.
she
down
made a
there.
mistake there. And Whittaker was coming through because this is quite a fast corner. I'd say that's a racing incident.
Yeah, exactly, just a racing incident. Nothing either driver could really do. It was
Yeah.
in the, I mean, Miller could have run off the circuit, but then there's always the risk of when it comes back on and damaging your
Yeah.
car, etc., etc. So we'll see. Anyway,
David
so that's
Glanville trying
that's
something.
2 cars which will be heading for pit lane very, very shortly. As now onto the straight, we get this lovely overhead shot. Look at this battle here between Harvey, Misery, Vitt,
Misery.
Karatko, and Bishop, and here comes
Oh.
Misery up the inside. They
And
make
look at
contact
Bishop
on
goes
exit.
3 wide, and look at Vitt. Vitt
Vitt-
just.
Vitt,
Vitt's
oh.
got the best exit of all of them there. He's picked up 2
And Bishop as
places.
well. Bishop as well, to the points Harvey drops out of them. Harvey once
Vitt-
P2, now P11.
And Vitt's
Vitt?
going for a Misery here. He's going to try and make another place up, and he has
Oh.
done. On the inside, he's alongside on the exit. He's got the better speed. Surely he's going to pull it off on the inside
Yeah,
into
he
turn
does
6,
it.
and he has.
Yeah,
The man
nice
who
cover.
place.
crashed very heavily in the MMS 250 now really showing his pace here. It's very surprising. I didn't suspect that from him. I don't know about you, but...
Isabel Harvey is I can say that Isabel Harvey is all over the place. Though, down to
And look at this, a double move. It's a double overtake.
Looking for the double overtake, sliding on
Oh,
the exit
bad
though, and Misery's
exit,
going
bad
to come
exit,
back now, and no benefit of slipstream for Harvey. So here comes Ethan Bishop in the Renault.
I don't think he's going
Coming
to
into
send
turn
it, but
11.
look at Kuratko though. Kuratko sends it.
Makes contact with Harvey, that's almost pushing him off the circuit, but getting past Bishop at the very minimum. He'll take
Did
that.
you see any damage there, actually?
There is
No,
no
not
damage
really.
to either car. No, there might be minor damage, but not any visual. that you
Ragano
can
sends
see.
it from a mile back. And Ragano up into P12.
Yeah, you have to be really careful for car.
Tomarzo on the back
wing.
of Lindbergh. Lindbergh also dropping pace, so... It's Tatum and Ragano are now 2-3, so it's a switcheroo from...
Well,
It
Tommaso.
seems like the tyres vary in pace a lot here at this track.
Well, Tommaso seems to have very scary pace. He just can't get past the cars holding him up. So look, Tanneman's not even that far ahead of him anymore.
And there's
here he goes
Tommaso.
off the inside into turn
Tommaso.
one. He moves out as late as possible. He's got the inside line. Can he hold on now through
No,
turn two?
he made a mistake.
No,
Schnellman, though, makes a move on Mirandola, and so does Mirandola's teammate Vitt.
So Vitt is back up past Miranda, and now Tommaso is stuck behind that Benetton again. He's not gone for it into turn 4, so he's going to have to sit behind for at least another 4 corners.
Also, faster...
Takashiro.
Oh, wait, hold up. Ragano and Valiak.
So the race leader has been caught by Ragano, who has been absolutely flying since getting himself up into the top 5 places, and he's now
Where
right
did
on the
he
back
even
of
start?
far down the order, I'll say. But now Eva Valiak has not really been challenged all race since she got into the lead. Now she has a bright yellow and black car behind her. It's not a Renault, it's a
Speedway racing car.
Speedway racing car, yes.
And they're
And
going
the other
free
one is
wide
running
there.
in third.
Oh dear.
And the other one, Lindbergh's lost.
Yeah, Lindbergh's losing
Lindbergh's lost
positions left, right and centre.
Lindbergh's lost the
Vitt
place to
is-
Tommaso.
Vitt's trying it around with Schnellman. They're going through the 2 long corners side by
And
side.
he comes round the outside now. No, he backs out of that one.
Yeah, smart move there. Very
Schnellman
smart.
running a little bit wide though, might be able to go down the side. No, since he's behind.
There's a
waiting
bit of
for
a
the longer
bump
straights.
between Schnellman and Lindbergh there into the braking zone.
So
Schnellman getting
Tommaso in
impatient.
4th is trying to get himself up into the podium places.
Yeah,
and look at
definitely.
the absolutely enormous train of cars here. If somebody crashes at the front of this, there could be a monumental
Speaking of crashing,
pile-up.
Bishop tries to make a move on a Misery for the last point pace position.
Speaking of wow, that was harsh.
You never know, it's a junior
For the
series,
lead,
come on.
for the lead here, Ragano was going
No.
up the inside and he almost ran into the back of Valiak. He didn't really know where to go there, decided eventually just to sit in behind. And now, as they
Valiak
go
went
up the hill towards
defensive
turn
onto the
4,
curbing as she was braking. And
as they go up
Tommaso
towards turn 4,
finally.
Tommaso's taken the podium place.
No.
Although he's gone wide
No.
again. He needs to stop making that
Lindbergh
little
though,
turn.
absolutely barging into it.
Then showing how it's done, but Tommaso just making the wrong move and going too wide, preparing himself up for turn 2. He just
Schnellman
needs to
though.
stay on the inside. Schnellman's got past Lindbergh now. Lindbergh's down to 7th, just ahead of his teammate.
Misery
So
and
Benetton
Mirandola
have gone-
side by
so
side.
Benetton have gone from 2nd and 3rd to 7th
Don't
and
crash,
8th.
guys. That's the rule.
Is this Karatka now?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a Prema. What a save from Fredriksson.
I didn't see that.
How did he not lose that car there?
Look at
Let's have a look
this.
on board.
So he's in this pack. There's Takashiro, there's Edwards. That's
Here's the
the,
sector 2 split.
yeah.
So,
So-
6 now.
Takashiro, oh, that's
Edwards
a-
overtaking.
That's some contact there. Oh,
Oh wow, what a save.
what?
Is it?
It's a save and a half.
Car's
Goes-
almost at a 90-degree angle.
He got too wide on the curb there.
Yeah, to wide on the curb, he goes into like this weird drainage part, you know.
Yeah,
The car gets
that-
unsettled. Loses it
Nearly
in front of
sideways,
Granville. That's some skill right there from the
I'll tell you what he
driver.
hasn't done though. What he's done is, you see, as soon as he's had that, he's been braking, but then he has to release the brake to turn the car around. He needs to get enough momentum in that to turn it around. Because if you're always braking, if you just
Yeah.
brake and turn, you'll lock up your wheels.
And he's
really
already
good
making
driving.
moves, look at him.
And
He's
he's already
already-
up the inside of Granville now. His tyres must be piping hot after that, but he's still going for overtakes on
The team must be telling
Granville.
him. The team must be telling him to slow down a bit. Because after
And
that,
there's Ragano, there's a lot of moves in the pack, it's hard to focus on anything at
At
this
the, front,
stage.
at the front, we still have a battle at that lead at the front.
It kind of died
I mean,
down,
at
there's
least-
a bit of a gap, but...
At least he didn't do that in turn 3 though, because then he.
Scheffer though sends it, double overtake, trying to make a move on Regano right now for the Zack Speed FJ team.
And he's through.
Misery though pulling to the inside of Regano, oh dear. Look at this.
We're almost 3 wide coming into the last corner. And Misery's on the outside. Looks like he's going to be able to just about hold on. Look at the exit for Regano here as well. He's going to really have the slipstream advantage.
The pit
over
window
the
is
car.
open. Schnellman pits.
The pit window has been opened. Schnellman is coming into the pits.
He's going to send it onto Vit though before... Oh, that's a bit of a
Oh,
punt.
the contact and Vit almost goes into a spin, almost pretty much using Schnellman to turn himself back around, and rightly so. He was the one who tapped him into a spin in the first place. As Misery still holds.
Look at this whole pack though.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
These guys aren't even fighting for points. This is just for position. Yeah, but who else is
Pico
picking?
Della has lost so much time in his positions due to that start.
Where's
So-
Tommaso got? Tommaso is down to 5th. Having looked so pacey, he's now not been able to make anything of it.
The pit window is open now, so this is where you want to like, you know, save some fuel,
Yeah.
save the tires, and try and for the overcut because MMS F1 has taught us that the overcut might be the better one.
Oh, well, the Benettons will still be
Ooh.
together. They just lost a
Karatko
race
got a good
altogether
move.
there. There goes Karatko up the inside at turns 9 and 10.
The
Caught them
ALT
napping.
is ruthless. But
But it's
Lindbergh,
looking feisty,
none of
but-
it,
Ooh,
and
Lindbergh.
overtakes a teammate. The full female lineup of
And Harvey's run
Benetton.
wide. Harvey has run wide, and now she's under pressure from Ethan Bishop's Renault,
And
which is going to
Miranda.
try around the outside.
The
Here,
outside.
push
She's
off the
done it.
circuit
Bishop nearly.
almost.
Yeah, Bishop's done on the outside. So does Miranda.
What's
Good
that?
move.
Bishop's got
Pico
it.
Della's also got it. Trying.
Bishop going around the outside. I'm amazed he wasn't shoved off the circuit there. But now Pico della Mirandola is right behind Isabel Harvey as well. The
Karatko though,
Benettons.
wasting no time in sending a move on Tommaso.
Into the pits up ahead. Okay, Lindbergh's coming into the pit lane. I think Schnellman pits, Vit pits.
That's it. That's
So
all
these,
the people pitting
these
for
guys,
this lap.
yeah, these guys pitting from 4th and 5th place, looking for an undercut here. Now, if anything last season is to go by, the overcut is better. But of course, different cars, different drivers.
Yeah,
We'll see how
exactly.
it turns out.
So Vit is already released. So is Schnellman, but Schnellman is held up by Vit. That's a bit. Oh, that's the yellow flag. Oh no.
We've got a
And
yellow
that's
flag. That was
Misery.
off as Ben
Oh,
Misery
Misery.
spinning off.
Oh.
He spun off at the first corner,
What
and
happened
he's
here?
really been battling a lot of cars here. So he's tucked in behind Harvey, and that looks like.
Oh, that's
it's
Scheffer.
Tommaso.
That's Scheffer.
No, it's Mick Scheffer. It's Mick Scheffer punting him into a spin,
Oh man.
getting
Nick
too
Scheffer
aggressive.
was stupid there.
Going for a gap that really was not there. I mean, look, the gap is gone.
Like I
Misery's turned into
understand.
the apex.
Yesterday we had like the anniversary of Senna and all that, but that's a bit too literal there.
Yeah.
That was not on, and then Misery is stuck
That is
in zone,
already
waiting
under
for,
investigation.
waiting for everybody to go past.
Oh, that's a shame for Ben Misery. He's been doing so well this.
Well, he's certainly been entertaining us, as even the 2 Pramers that got past. Pramer, just talk about how bad Pramer's race has been. My goodness.
I mean, it's not that bad. They still can, via strategy, they might put themselves back up there.
But they have to pass. Yeah, but the only way I see them passing these cars, as you said, is strategy. No way you can pass 10, 11 cars on track with only a handful of laps to
Karatko
go.
also pitting in. And that's about it. Karatko and Scheffer this lap, it seems. So, strategy really varying between the teams, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Valle, look at the lead that Valle has got. You can just see on the minimap as well. Look at the
Yeah.
lead.
Meanwhile, fastest
it-
lap, Theron Regis.
Well, he's been in clean air the entire race.
Yeah,
so
he has
I
lost
think-
his wing. He has all the right to push a bit more now.
Doesn't he also have a bit more? Doesn't he also have fresher tyre?
Yeah,
Except for,
also
fair
that.
amount of stuff.
So, we're now on board with Pico della Mirandola, who has dropped massively in this race so far, currently sitting behind Ethan Bishop as he tries to climb his way back up through the field, something Yaya Tunde couldn't do yesterday
Meanwhile,
when he was faced with a similar
The FIA
position.
is about to confirm the penalty for Scheffer, so justice will be served.
Karatko and Tommaso almost side by side. Now, who's coming into the pits this lap? Karatko pits.
Yep, and Scheffer, who is
Scheffer's coming
under
to the
investigation.
So only 2 more cars
Tommaso
this lap.
pitting in
Here's
this
the other-
lap.
Will
Bishop's
Bishop
going
do it
also...
on Tommaso and
Bishop,
Lindbergh?
Bishop was going very
Oh.
defensive. No, he's just going defensive to Vit there, I think. As now,
Granville
wait,
up into P11.
Granville's got past Monohua now. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I didn't practice before the
Monohua?
race started, but now
I don't
here
know.
come the two speedway motor cars right next to each other. Tanneman has overtaken Regano and is now back in front
So
for the first time since
Valak
lap
is pitting
5.
this lap. The race leader is pitting this lap. Yeah, so it is a 2-second time penalty for Mick Schaeffer added at the end of the race time.
I mean, honestly, that was just not on there.
There's
So
Tommaso and Lindbergh.
Lindbergh right next to each other on exit. Tommaso just in front with a better exit. But now Lindbergh sends one on the inside.
Ooh.
Tommaso's just let him have that position.
Decent move.
Yeah, I mean,
Down
Tommaso
to
is
fifth
pitting this lap.
place.
He has to take care of, you know, the fuel so he doesn't run out. So that's also a thing.
Has anyone run out of fuel, actually?
Uh,
In a race?
we haven't seen
Only
it
at the
yet.
end. I mean, remember Berno and Suzuka, not Suzuka, Brazil, everybody ran out of fuel. Except Tommaso. Tommaso won the race. Because
Oh.
he made it back to the pits.
What are you talking about right now?
Remember at Brazil, we jokingly said
Ah,
Tommaso
yeah,
won
yeah.
the race because he was the only one who didn't run out of fuel.
At the
But yeah.
after the race finished, yeah.
Exactly. Well, he's back in
Here we
FJ
go.
now, getting more experience before, I'm sure, hopping back into an MMS seat because he is a quite hot property.
And Valyak is in pits. I don't think he's going to get held up at all by anyone, but due to him being...
Alright,
miles
Valyak
ahead.
onto her jacks. As the rest of the leaders
Here we
now to
go.
the by. Tanneman coming into the pit lane. We've
She's
got another
already
car in
out.
the pit lane as well. She's gone. She was
7.9.
not
Oh
held
dear,
up.
that's Bishop.
Oh, she might hit Bishop here. She might hit him. Bishop having to take evasive action.
the
That's not
reason-
That
possible.
might be a
Everybody
penalty for
behind.
her. That might be a penalty
That
for her.
isn't a penalty because the cars have very low engine torque when they are in low revs and they cannot really get into speed.
Okay.
So just excludes that. Anyways,
didn't know
here are the rest of the people who are going to pit this lap.
Well, let's
Right.
have a look at where the other guys who pitted
Yeah.
earlier for the undercut have ended up.
So
there's
Vit-
Valyak. Valyak's going to keep the lead.
Vit is in
up in a
P2.
second.
And Schnellman is into...
Schnellman.
Well, Whittaker lost his wing,
Whittaker's
so...
lost his front wing, so he might actually be going to the end here.
Yeah,
So
strategy.
Whittaker, by losing his front wing, might well just have catapulted himself into contention
Nah, that
for
it,
a brilliant
it,
position.
anyways. It
The
wasn't
thing is, Whittaker's
unsafe.
on old...
Yeah, but the tires
Um,
aren't affected here.
The tyres really don't have much high wear, it's the fuel that the reason pit.
Yeah.
And
Sheffield
now-
Bradco
He's going to be
Bishop.
extremely
Tommaso
light.
ahead of Granville Fredrickson now, yeah.
And Harvey and Edwards. So, now we see the rest of the field.
Regis.
Not the effective leaders, the current leaders. Regis is up in here as well, and he has crashed in this race.
Regis is actually in the virtual lead of the race.
He will take the lead, but I'm sure he's going to have to pit again at some point.
I wouldn't be so sure. I mean,
Well, he crashed on lap 2, and everyone. This is now lap 13, and everyone else will be coming to the pits. So maybe the fuel can go a few extra laps. I don't know. Maybe he'll do a Tegan Skinner and pit on the last lap. I don't know.
who knows?
And it's happened at this circuit last season. So into the pits comes Regano, Lindbergh, Aguirre. Everybody else is now coming into the pits to serve their one and only stop in this race. Regano onto his jacks now. He might actually get held up here because look at how many cars are coming into the pits.
Jesus Christ.
We
they're
have
going all
11.
again.
We have 10 cars coming into the pits, and he didn't seem to get held up there. He's away quite nicely.
Regano got really lucky there, to be honest.
Weird is ahead of Monohill as it was at the start, and now he's going to come out the pits. Where's he going to come out? Here's Albert Racker's coming. nearby.
Oh, that's a front wing on. That's a front wing on. I think that's
Something
Jamie
gone in the
Fredericks.
pit lane.
No, that's the Campo, I
Fred
think.
Atchison- No, it's the Campo in the Prema has lost his front wing in the pit lane.
Oh my
So what's
word.
happened here? He was not having the best of races either way. So what's happened? He's
I think
turned
that's
down his
Kraus.
pit box.
That's
And
Kraus.
Kraus here is going to have an
That's not
unsafe
even
release.
unsafe. That's not even unsafe. Kraus was
Well,
already
I
out
mean-
in there. The Campo doesn't even slow down. He completely ignores it.
I still think
That
it's an
was a
unsafe-
bit stupid of the
I s-
Campo.
No, I still think it's an unsafe release because
You
can't-
cannot.
if you
No,
release a
listen.
car-
You cannot have an unsafe release in this. I spoke. The engine torque is very slow, so you cannot really get back up to speed in here. So the fact
Well,
that the Campo doesn't.
what
react-
has happened, despite our constant pickering, is that a car has lost its front wing pit lane
Yes.
for the first and hopefully last time this season.
Yes,
Because it's not a
definitely.
great thing to see. Your mechanics
And
look
look
at
at
you
this.
thinking, well, Hill's going to just be in next lap, and now we have a massive battle for position here. This is actually for points, I think, at this rate. Or 11th
no, it's
place.
not. It's not even for points.
11th place. So let's have a look where everyone's ended up. So Whitaker,
Regis is
Vitt managed to
pitting.
get up into third. Regis is pitting, so Valyak's going to reset the lead. Vitt will be second. Whitaker will be third. Yeah, and he was at the back as well when he lost the front wing, so that's the benefit of the clean air.
Yeah, definitely.
Schöpfer has a penalty, so be aware of
dropped
that.
down to P9 behind Rogano. Oh dear, who's the biggest loser in all of this?
Tommaso.
You know, Harvey, I'd say. Oh!
And that's Takashiro who had a front wing. So while Takashiro's teammate Schnellman is running high in the top.
Same thing happened.
In the pit lane.
And it's the same thing as
It's and look how close they are to the pit exit. That's an identical incident.
Yes, it is. That's a very big beginner's mistake. That's annoying.
Centimeters from the end of the pit lane.
As there's now Miller down inside. Oh dear, that is one big lunge
And he's
there.
turned into a mobile chicane now. That's
Yeah.
a bit annoying for him and for everybody.
Meanwhile, the
Misery is
Vayak has
trying
been
to
caught.
get more time.
You know,
That
Kuratko.
was really annoying.
Kuranka now on the exit of this corner in the section with Mick Schofer, who's eyeing up Tanner, who's really all over. He's been at the midfield and back at the front, now back into the midfield, and now coming into the last corner, last braking zone really, braking just at the 100-meter board. Kuratko nearly missing the apex there, as they now head onto the straight. He's going to get an almighty
There's
stitch on Tannerman.
Regis already exiting the pits. Schnellman doesn't send a move on Whitaker just yet.
Schnellman's being sensible, but it looks like
Schöpfer
Schöpfer's going
isn't.
to go for it here. Schöpfer's going for it in turn one. He's going to be successful in his attempts to get past this time. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
And Kuratko now has an opportunity to go around the outside or get a switch
Nah,
back.
Tannerman
And
locks
that's
him on
not
the
gonna work out.
apex.
Tannerman shoves him off the circuit.
He didn't shove him on the circuit, what are you on about?
Well, shoves him onto the curb, which has absolutely, which is much more bumpy than the tarmac. So
yes,
it
that's true.
would be wise to back out of that one.
Takashiro and the Campo pitting the slap now.
You know what I mean. Well, De Campo has no front wing, so I certainly hope he pits.
Vitt is in the lead.
So Vitt has taken the lead. Vitt
Vitt
has taken the lead. We completely missed that. But Timon Vitt, who started, well, he was nowhere at the start of this race, and now he's up into the lead of the race.
Valyak will be kicking herself because of that.
I mean, Vitt, he had one of the biggest shunts of MMS IndyCar, and now he's in the lead of a race that
became somewhat of a laughing stock. And now Whitaker, who would have expected this after seeing his front wing off? Whitaker's in third place, and to me,
They're all close to Val.
the end.
yeah, they're all bunched up for P2.
Valyak's lost her pace. They have a massive gap behind to fifth place of Schofer and Tommaso, but right now we're concentrating on second place, and they are right on the back of Eva Valyak.
Eva Valyak seemed to
so
lose
good
a lot of pace now. She seems to have lost any pace she had. It's maybe an
Valyak
issue
goes
just like
slightly
Ralph
defensive.
Layton had, to be fair, because
She's going slightly defensive into the corner, kind of discouraging Whitaker. Why do I keep saying Whitaker? Whitaker now has a very good exit. So does Schnellman.
yeah,
Now
Will it
James,
be 3 wide?
Onto the straight. They're in like a bit of a diagonal shape here. Here
James, to be
comes Whitaker.
fair,
He's pulling out.
I think Valyak is having the
No.
same issue that Layton had.
No.
Yeah,
in,
that's right.
yesterday's Formula Rookie race.
It must be. Whitaker's gone past. Schnellman now is going to get a better run through the corner.
No,
And that will be
Schnellman
tucked
lost
into the
time.
slipstream. Schnellman will be tucked into the slipstream now, and he's surely going to go for it into turn 4 because Valyak is going so slowly right now.
no, Schnellman is not going for it. He's taking his time.
But yeah,
Meanwhile,
well, side by side
Tannerman
here,
is
Schofer
not
and,
taking his
Schofer and
time.
Tannerman. Tommaso is nowhere to be seen as Tannerman slots in behind Schofer. That is the battle for 5th place, but as it stands, Schofer would drop down, I think, to 8th place if the delta is correct.
Yeah, to 8th or 9th actually. Somewhere around there, but Valyak still defending from Schnellman. What is this?
No, Valyak is trying to get past Whitaker there, actually, it looked like.
No,
Here
there's
comes
Schnellman.
He's
He
going
had
up,
enough
he has
of it.
both of them, he makes big contact with Whitaker. And
Oh, that's close.
He's not able to get past. He's able to pass Valyak, which is a positive, I guess. But he'll have wanted to pass both of them at once, though, which he's unable to do. In the slipstream now, Kuratko of Pico Dame Randala.
And Schnellman has passed Whitaker.
He has got past. He got past with the next corner. So Schnellman now has 2 laps to absolutely... No, he has 1 lap to absolutely bolt after our race leader, Vitt, which I don't think is very likely.
No, it's not.
No, it's-
Unless he gets like a failure or he does a huge mistake.
Yeah.
because there's no lapped car close to him, so I don't see him getting.
Oh, look at this. This is all for points. Right in here, this 4-pack of cars. This Granville started
That's
last.
Granville going for it. Granville started last and currently is up. Well, he was challenging for points. He was challenging for 8th place as he starts his final lap. We are
There's
on the
Valiak
final
onto
lap.
Whitaker. Maybe she fixed her issue. Maybe the engine
Maybe
finally
she
got the
will
power
still get a
back.
podium in this race. Whitaker trying to turn it in there, unable to do so.
He doesn't get it, and now Kahneman and
Sheffer.
Scheffer's gonna get it.
Valiak
Sheffer.
sweeps around turn 2, around the outside.
Hello, my dearie me.
There's a big train in car still. Valiak's retaking 3rd
Aguirre
place
there.
with a teammate. Aguirre's up into 12th. Fredrickson from the very back of the grid to 13th from the pit stops.
Not half bad, mate.
If
Especially
Fredrickson
considering what happened to his teammate.
had a
definitely.
strategic masterstroke here. You know, Rogano and Harvey just lost out so much in the pits. It's quite sad to see, you know.
Really did, yeah. The Benetons, well, it seems they're cursed. They have a really good start to the race. They were running in 2nd and 3rd, and now they've dropped down. Well, Harvey's down in 15th. I don't know where Lindbergh is, but it can't be.
Lindbergh is in the points.
No, it's not much
Brilliant.
better.
No, Lindbergh is outside of the points, actually.
So both of them outside of the points.
11.
Meanwhile, our race leader is into Sector 3 for the final time this race. Schnellman is catching him, but he's not going to have enough time.
Yeah, it's 4 seconds and he's losing time.
And Whitaker's losing time, so we might have a battle for 4th at the end of this race. We will have a
Scheffer
battle
trying
for
to
4th.
salvage anything in this race, really. On the final
He does have that
laps.
penalty, so Whitaker needn't worry. But now coming into the final corner is Szymon Witt, who started 12th. He's moved his way up the field expertly with a brilliant overtakes, and now coming to the line to
The
win
Polish
the Bahrain
driver
Grand Prix.
wins.
Szymon Witt wins for Stefan GP here in Bahrain.
It's Russell
Fantastic
GP.
drive. Schnellman takes 2nd place. Valiak, who led the majority of this race, holds on for 3rd, and it's going to be Whitaker who takes 4th. Chauffeur is going to drop down.
Oh dear, look at the
to
trade.
7th position there, and look at this train of cars now coming across the line. There's a photo finish behind these guys like that.
There's a photo finish
Between
behind Regis
Edwards
and
and
Rakus,
Regis,
though.
and Edwards gets it.
Has someone lost their wing there?
No.
Oh no. I thought I saw someone who lost their wing.
Well, there's Tommaso.
Tommaso down to 23rd. What on earth happened to him?
What a disappointing race for him.
And then behind him, Takashiro, De Campo, and I guess Muller.
No, Bishop.
So all the guys who lost their wings in major ways are just trickling through to finish the race now. If they made it to the end, though, we didn't have a
Any
single retirement.
retirements? Yeah.
No retirements. All 26 cars made it to the checkered flag. Well,
Unless
25
Bishop
of them, here
breaks
comes
down.
Bishop. Unless Bishop completely dies at the last corner, but that's not going to happen. He's going to make it.
Yeah.
Is he though? Nah, he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good
he's done
race. So there's
Yeah,
your
well-
race winner.
Yeah, to tell you, no one's money would have been on Vitt to take victory. That certainly wasn't on. Certainly, it wasn't in my books to
And
take the win.
faster snap
Sherman,
goes to Suho Takashiro. So at
Nice.
least, he gets something there. Driver of the day.
oh well. We have to,
Granville.
Granville up an enormous amount of places.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
think
score
that's mine.
points though. Still,
Where did
15
Vitt start,
positions.
Actually.
Vitt started 12th. Vitt started in 12th place, and Vitt didn't really move up at all at the start of the race.
To be honest, either Whitaker or Granville, in my opinion. Because Whitaker drove a fantastic race to conserve all that and then go from all the way from the back to go finish P3, so, in my opinion.
And also, Mick Sheffer did quite well.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that penalty will have consequences.
Yeah, that
In my
penalty.
opinion,
Speaking of which,
due
well,
to
with
that,
that penalty will drop him to to 7th. So both of the speedway cars have overtaken Sheffer.
That's what I thought, down to 7th.
I mean, at least he gets points, though. Let's be
Yeah.
honest with that one.
Right.
Like, honestly.
So that's the Bahrain Grand Prix. It surely gave us quite a lot of strategic planning here and gave us an insight.
Gave us a lot of action.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw a lot of overtakes in unconventional places, and it was quite how do I say? Wasn't too surprising to see how many overtakes there were. It's Bahrain.
Yeah. But we did also see some good strategies, and we saw that the undercut was better here than the overcut.
Yeah, that's quite surprising, to be fair.
Yes, it was. It was a bit of a surprise. Like we were saying at the beginning, there was going to be a bit more of an overcut race, but then actually seeing that it's an undercut was a bit of a surprise.
So you could say that that the MMS, what MMS F1 has taught us completely, doesn't connect to
Yes, it is that
Formula
way.
Junior.
But yeah, that's been the Bahrain Grand Prix here in FJ Formula Junior. Vit has taken the win, and will he be able to do it next time? Well, you have to be there to find out. Next week, I believe, Sebastian, correct me if I'm wrong, we're at Egnesar in Estonia.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. Okay, where are we going?
To Vitus Park for the Swiss Grand Prix.
Swiss Grand Prix, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Again, strategy and definitely a lot of overtaking maneuvers. Right, thank you for coming to this amazing race. Yeah, be sure to wear your mask, stay at home, hydrate yourself.
Don't oversleep like I did.
Yeah, don't
Yes,
oversleep.
definitely.
That's doo-doo. Yeah, just have fun, wear your seatbelt, don't drink and drive, and make sure you have your license when you drive. That's it. See you next time, and bye-bye.